What can you do with DeFi? This is part 2 of the DeFi financial stack, and we'll go over decentralized synthetics and decentralized insurance. Make sure you watch this video to the end, where I'll cover the downsides in DeFi in the short term so you don't end up chasing the highs and losing when the price pulls back. Welcome to DeFi Now, where we give you the knowledge to thrive in the next generation of finance. I'm Josh Cross, and we've got our DeFi dog Steve Irwin, who just ran away to chase his toy. If you're new here, welcome, and be sure to click those subscribe and bell buttons, or smash them if that's your style. And as always, the knowledge I share on this channel is only for your own information to use in your own research and is not financial advice. Now let's jump in. Synthetics are real-world assets that are tokenized and put on the blockchain. They become synthetic assets that track the value of the asset that they represent. This includes stocks, world currencies, derivatives like options or futures contracts, commodities like gold, and so much more. This is an absolutely massive pie that DeFi will eat. To make it easier to understand, think about this. You own stocks in a company, and a stock represents a percentage ownership in that company. With DeFi, you can take those stocks and use them as collateral for a loan. In fact, it's likely that all stocks and other financial instruments will be on DeFi in the future because it is such a far superior system. This is where the liquidity will be, this is where the efficiency will be, and this is where everyone will be for the same reason that everyone uses the open internet instead of the closed intranets or closed networks from a decade or two ago. When you have, on one hand, the closed, exclusive, slow, corrupt, inefficient system, and then on the other hand, you have this open, inclusive, accessible, efficient system, it's inevitable that this is the system that will win. You may say that banks will fight this and that governments won't allow it, but just like Bitcoin, these are decentralized, and so they won't be stopped. On top of that, you have China, India, Switzerland, Singapore, and many other countries that are already jumping into crypto as fast as they can because they don't want to be under the iron boot of the US dollar anymore, and they see the future that's here, so it's only a matter of time until everyone else follows suit. It's safe to say there can be a lot of risk with some of the projects I mentioned in this video and in part 1 of what you can do with DeFi. So a way to mitigate that risk is through insurance. Like banks, when you think of a typical insurance company, you probably don't associate them with terms like fair or trustworthy or efficient, and this is what is solved by decentralized insurance. Since we're still in the early days, the insurance projects in DeFi such as Open or Nexus Mutual are for insuring against technical risks such as bugs in smart contracts or hacks. On the one hand, you can make regular deposits into one of these smart contracts, and then if one of the projects you've insured has a major glitch or hack that costs you money, you get paid out from the insurance in the smart contract. Going forward, decentralized insurance will open to many more aspects of our lives, especially as we get synthetic tokens for real estate and stocks and things like that. Before you go jumping in and buying every DeFi token you can get your hands on, just hold on a second. Those are your emotions talking, and as I said in my video about mindset, that's a great way to get totally wrecked. Already this year, the DeFi space is exploding. When the Compound token was released, it went up by 500% in a single day. Several other projects have gone up well over 10x in the past year, and you have to be really careful about this. You've got to know your strategy ahead of time and avoid FOMOing in after a project has skyrocketed. My personal take on this, which is not financial advice of course, is that even with these gains we've already seen, we're still so early, and many of these projects will be worth 100 times more in the coming years. DeFi is the future of finance, and while it may be overhyped in the short term, it's still so underrated in the long term, so it really depends on your investing time horizon. Worldwide insurance premiums are over $5 trillion a year. Worldwide currency markets average 6.6 trillion a day. The entire DeFi market is less than 3 billion right now. Again, don't take any of this as financial advice. If you buy any DeFi projects, that's on you, and you get all the credit for your gains and losses. Make sure you understand any project before you invest in it, but I do encourage you to learn about them as fast as you can, because the opportunities shrink as more people come to understand what is possible with decentralized finance. Thanks for joining me in this video. If you appreciate the knowledge I've shared, be sure to hit those like, subscribe, and bell buttons to help this channel grow. And I'm sure you have lots of questions, so hit me with them in the comments below or by emailing me at contact@defi-now.com. As always, thank you so much for watching. Take care and stay educated.